Fans of the wildly popular Squid Game series on Netflix in Abu Dhabi may be given a chance to experience a real-life Squid Game sans the murder and bloodshed. The Korean Cultural Center in the United Arab Emirates is organizing a reenactment of the game's scene in the Netflix series for 2 teams of 15 participants. The event is slated to be held in 2 sessions on October 12 at the center's Abu Dhabi office.
Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell para ma-notify kayo sa susunod kong video.
Squid Game premiered on Netflix on September 17 and skyrocketed to the #1 spot in the US, Netflix's public rankings showed. The show is a Korean-language drama about desperate individuals who have found themselves in severe economic difficulty. Seeing no way out, 456 players opt into a series of deadly challenges modeled after Korean children's games in the hope of winning a jackpot prize of $38 million. The center's event page said 4 out of the 6 games seen in the Netflix series would be played during the event. These include the red light, green light, and dalgona candy challenges, both of which spawned trends on TikTok. Players would also get to try their hand at the marbles and daigi paper flipping games seen in the series. But instead of $38 million, each winner is expected to be given a customized green tracksuit. Sadly, there's no prize money. The center's games are expected to be held in 2-hour, tournament-style sessions, and the eliminated players would get to watch the rest of the games from the sidelines. To apply to join the UAE's version of Squid Game, applicants must fill out a form containing 3 questions that tests them on the basic knowledge of the Netflix show. Thankfully, applicants didn't have to run the gauntlet of being slapped by a game recruiter multiple times just to get invited to the games. Nam Chan-woo, the UAE Korean Cultural Center's director, told the local media outlet Kalea Times that the participants would be dressed in T-shirts bearing the show's logo, while the event's staff would don the pink circle, triangle, and square costumes that the show's guards wore during the show's death games. The Korean Cultural Center (KCC) in the UAE on Tuesday organized their own version of the children's games, seen in the series, for 2 teams, with a total of 15 participants for each session. I am excited to be part of the game. I'm a fan of the Netflix show and it feels amazing to experience the real-life Squid Game, said 25-year-old Shatha Kada, an Emirati postgraduate student. I learned about this Squid Game tournament on social media and decided to register. Filipino student Diane Plantilla, 19, who also participated in the children's game said, "I am a keen follower of the popular series and I hurried to register with the Korean Cultural Center when they invited people to participate in the game." Another fan, Muhammad Al-Ajmi, 26, an Omani patient experience officer said that the popular Netflix show is among the best series he has watched this year. "It's such an interesting show and I have participated in the Squid Game tournament to get the real experience," he said. The event attracted mostly young men and women, who have been following the hit Netflix show. Real-life Squid Game in Abu Dhabi, without the violence. The Korean drama, written and directed by Hwang Dong-hyuk, has topped Netflix's global viewership charts, according to the company's chief content officer Ted Sarandos. The 9-episode show follows the story of 456 cash-strapped contestants who are risking their lives for a massive cash prize. How the KCC Squid Game was played. During the game, participants wore white T-shirts with the Squid Game logo while the staff donned the circle, triangle and square costumes worn by the guards in the show. The whole game was tournament-based, and players who lost were able to watch the game separately without being eliminated. The games played included the green light and red light, where a person whose movement is detected was eliminated, the glass stepping stones, which involved KCC doing the floor stepping stones instead but was run exactly the same as in the Squid Game series. The honeycomb toffee game, aka Dalgona game, involved participants taking out the shapes marked, while in the marbled game 2 players were paired to play a game with marbles, and those who exhausted all the beads were eliminated. The fans also took part in Tikji, where players held Tikji and whoever flipped over the other's Tikji first was the winner. Squid Game is Netflix's biggest original show debut. Nam Chan-woo, director of the Korean Cultural Center, said to Kale Times, "We have been overwhelmed by the great response from people who wanted to participate in the Squid Game. A total of 338 people applied to participate in the event, but we only chose 30 of these and divided them into 2 rounds to play in the tournament." According to Chan-woo, the games seemed a bit brutal in the series for dramatic effect. However, actually all the games shown in the series are popular games played by Korean children for generations. "We organized the event so that people in the UAE can learn more about Korean culture by participating in this children's game," he added. Just as K-pop gained worldwide popularity through YouTube in the 2010s, I think platforms such as Netflix would be a channel for the global spread of Korean video content such as dramas and movies, Nam told Insider. Nam added that the event was being held to introduce Korean culture and the childhood games Koreans play to the people of the United Arab Emirates. The games played in the Netflix series are popular amongst children in Korea and remind Korean adults of nostalgic childhood memories. But similar traditional games are played by children here in the UAE, too, Nam said. "I hope the global popularity of Squid Game will be an opportunity to spread other aspects of Korean culture, too, such as Hangul, Taekwondo, as well as K-dramas and movies." In the meantime, Squid Game fever continues to sweep the internet and is turning some previously commonplace Korean games and snacks into global trends. Most recently, a maker of Dalgona candies, a toffee snack that was featured in one of the show's challenges, said he was so swamped with customers that he hasn't gone home for a week. Outfits seen in the show are also being snapped up in stores, including white slip-on Vans and green retro tracksuits.